Hello, everybody. It is Emery48 here, and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. In today's Marvel Monday, we are going over Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. Now, this movie is really hard for me to rate because it is gorgeous and beautiful in so many ways. First of all, the aesthetics of the landscape shots. I mean, anytime we go to Wakanda, you're going to get great scenery. But then we also go to the underwater world of Taken, saying that wrong. But if you've watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And it's in another gorgeous world, country, civilization, underwater. Very impressive. Must have taken a lot of effort to make this movie because holy cow. The CGI that they had to do to make this was incredible. And then, in another sense, we have the beauty of the emotion of this movie. I mean, it starts with King T'Challa's death. The Black Panther is dead. Very touching, considering it was very recently following Chadwick Boseman's death, which is pretty much why they had to write it that way, but makes it touching and puts a resolution on the actor's life as well. And then later into the movie, the Queen dies, his mother. Wasn't expecting, but another beautiful moment there of emotion. And even when the general gets fired, the movie just is very well done emotionally. And then on top of that, you have amazing costumes. I mean, it won the award for Best Costume on the year. And it probably could have won that award just from the funeral scene alone. But it had a whole movie of costumes, so the whole movie won. It was very well done with the costumes. And on those points, it's a very good movie. I think the underwater people were a really cool concept. I don't know if they were done very well. It was good to see America not be the bad guys for once. They would have if they could have, but they couldn't really succeed on that front, so they weren't by virtue of failing to be the bad guys. But hey, it's fine. They weren't. There was two lines in the movie that I found really funny. The when are we leaving so I can see my favorite colonizer? That's a great line. And a colonizer in chains. Now I have seen everything. Another really funny line. And you know what? Good for them. Those are great lines. Well deserved on America's standpoint, realistically. So yeah, enjoyed that. For me, this movie is below the original Black Panther. I think the overall storyline of the original Black Panther is better. Emotionally, this one's probably a little higher, but when you're like 30 something or close to 30 movies of Marvel into it, the emotion after an actor's death is going to hit you pretty hard. So that's there. Story-wise, action-wise, this movie was decent. Anytime they had action, it was really well done. Going through Boston was cool. I didn't recognize it as much as I thought I would. Didn't feel very much Boston, but I could have missed it with all of the fighting going on. So that's a thing. The massive ship they had and the fight there was pretty cool. Also, like an Iron Woman. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. For me, this movie lands pretty much smack dab in the middle of Marvel movies. It's a little bit below Black Panther, the original one, but still in a pretty respectable spot on my list. And it could probably move up if I re-looked into my list a little bit. So I feel like my list could get reordered a little bit. Has been a while since I've watched the beginning movies in Marvel, so comparing it's a little tough. But it was long. It was a very long movie comparatively to other Marvel. Not very long. It was probably an extra 20 minutes than the average Marvel movie, which is a good amount of time for not a whole more stuff. They just basically built on the emotion in that extra 20 minutes. The side characters were really cool in this movie. The MIT girl, scientist lady thing. I don't know. Can't remember her name. I watched it about 5 minutes ago. That's great. Williams, maybe. She was really cool. That was a good character to include. I always like the Jabari and M'Baku, so it'll be interesting to see where he ends up the next time we see Wakanda. Because this movie kind of felt like a precursor, a builder to something else, to another story. I mean, we have this pre built alliance, I guess, now with the Wakandans and the water people. We have M'Baku possibly taking the throne of Wakanda. Kind of left the movie ended on an ambiguous cliffhanger that it's going to need to build on the next time we see Wakanda. So that will be interesting. I feel like we won't see them for a couple movies now, so we're just going to sit with that for a while. But I did enjoy the movie, and it was emotionally moving, so that's always a plus. Let me know what you thought of Black Panther Wakanda Forever down below. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.